Hi, Maymay. Hi, Walter. I wanted to wish you just a straight happy birthday, with a simple story, a simple video. But things got really complicated. Unfortunately, I can't just do a little, happy birthday to you. Can't do that because there's a story and a mystery behind it that you have to hear. So, this story is called The Birthday Mystery, Episode 1. Maybe even Season 1. No, Episode 1. Okay, get a little set up here. Okay. Perfect, huh? Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Maymay and Walter. Phone call. Who would be calling me? Okay, very insistent. Okay. Hello? What? Well, of course we can celebrate their birthdays. What are you talking about? The days have disappeared? What? November 3rd and November 11th no longer exists? That's ridiculous. How can days disappear? You say they haven't disappeared. They've been stolen? How can you steal a day? That's impossible. They're right here on my calendar. Oh no. They're missing. November 3rd, November 11th. Gone. They're gone. The 2nd and the 4th are there. The 10th and the 12th are there. But no 3rd and no 11th. That's terrible. That's terrible. Without birthdays, Maymay and Walter are stuck. They're stuck at 7 years old and 12 years old forever. They will never grow up. But in the somehow, maybe that's not so bad because being a grown-up is not that easy, actually. But it's still terrible because there's no birthday days. No birthday days. Okay, what could have happened? Who could have done this? Who could have done this? Whoa, wait. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hello. Listen to the recording. Listen to the recording. Okay. I'm listening to the recording.
Hello, puppies. In case you're wondering, this is your favorite Doomy, Lex Luthor, from the Legion of Doom.
Oh.
It was the Doomies who stole Mamie and Walter's birthdays, and they'll never have another one. The puppies are doomed.
Oh, no.
Unless you give me $1,000,000. And by the way, we're not alone. Guess who we're with? Zeus.
Oh.
Slappy from Goosebumps.
Oh, no.
And all the other villains in your life.
Oh.
Payback is sweet, puppies.
Oh no. Oh no. The puppies immediately gather to try and figure out what happened and how they can rescue the days so that Maymay and Walter can have their birthdays this year and forever. They're all there. Maymay's there, Walter's there, Ishkabibble Jones, Two-Ton Tony, Greasy Johnson, Handstand Harry, Papa, Mama, and guess who? Or you guessed it, the sorceress. The sorceress is there. So Maymay says, look, we need a great detective, talking to the sorceress. We need a great detective. Now I've heard that Tintin is not available. Tintin is not available. So we need another great detective, sorceress. And be careful now. We don't want a dog. No dogs. You sent us a dog before, Rin Tin Tin. He was helpful. He definitely was helpful, but he wasn't really the main great detective that we're looking for. So this time, no dogs. Okay? No dogs. Go ahead. Sorceress is getting a little nervous, because she messed up a little bit before and she doesn't want to mess up again. So she waves her wand and she thinks, well, we get the right spell here. And she waves the spell, she waves the wand and says the spell, and poof, all of a sudden, who shows up? Dog Man. Dog Man and Cat Kid. Dog Man and Cat Kid show up. Maymay goes, another dog, sorceress. We don't want another dog. Now, Dog Man gets a little upset because he figures, I'm not just a dog, I'm a dog man. I'm not just a dog man, I'm a detective. And I've solved a lot of problems, solved a lot of crimes and mysteries. So I'm not just another dog. But in the meantime, Maymay says to the sorceress, look, okay, we've got Dog Man and Cat Kid. That's okay, but we really need a great detective, a great detective, a man or a woman who has a reputation and who has a history, and give us the great detective that we need. And sorceress again waves her wand, mumbles a spell, and poof! Look who shows up, but Inspector Clouseau, and he immediately says, leave it to me, I shall solve this mystery. I am Jacques Duke. No, I am Jacques Levy. No, I am Jacques Clouseau. Inspector Jacques Clouseau, the greatest detective in history. I will solve this mystery, no problem. But Dogman and Cat Kid figure they're going to be the detective here. And in the meantime, so they start arguing or fighting or whatever, just the way it used to be with the way it was before with Tintin, Rin Tin Tin, the twin Thompson twins and all that. But eventually they decide, Maymay says, look, why don't you work together? Why don't you work together? We need your help here. Well, I'm about to miss a birthday. I'm about to be 12 years old for the rest of my life. I will not be 13. 13 is a lot different than 12. 13 is teenager, right? I'll be a teenager and not a tweenager, right? You can do different things if you're a teenager. Okay, so I want to be a teenager, work together, and they say, yeah, we'll do it. So they explain what happens, and immediately Clouseau says, we must have everyone in the area check their calendars. If we find a calendar that still has November 3rd and November 11th, it must belong to Lex Luthor. So everyone checks their calendars, and lo and beheld, some beheld, but most behold, their calendars, they're all missing November 3rd and November 11th. And all of a sudden, the phone rings again. Maymay answers it and says, what? Who is this? You want us to listen to another recording? Another recording? Okay, here we go, another recording. Me what to do. She says she's got more numbers than I. November 3rd. Help! This is November 3rd and November 11th, and we've been kidnapped by Lex Luthor and the Doomies and a lot of bad people. Worse, November 11th is always telling me what to do. She says she's got more numbers than I do, and she's a holiday, Veterans Day, and I'm just one of other 300 days, and I'm nothing special. She's special, and I'm not. You have to get us out of here. We think the hideout is in the forest. We can hear animal sounds outside, birds, crickets, and once in a while fierce cat screams.
And we also sometimes hear cars, loud cars shooting past. Please listen. Maybe you can hear them. Help!
Okay, so please listen. Can you hear them? Help! And Dog Man looks at Cat Kid and he says, Cat screams? Any idea where they might be? And Cat Kid listens to the sounds and he says, oh no, it can't be. But it sounds like they're in the same woods where the warriors are. They're in the same woods as the clans, Thunder Clan and Night Clan and Sand Clan and all the water clans and not of course none of them are right, but Thunder Clan is right. Okay, they're in the area of the clans. Oh, Maymay says, can you get us there? Cat Kid says, well, that's not a place where people cats, they call us kitty pets. Go, it's dangerous, full of fighting and death. Maymay says, well, we'll all go shortly. The puppies can handle some cats. And we've got to find our birthdays. There's not much time left. Walter's still 7, and I'm still 12, and we want to move on with our lives. We can't just be stuck at these ages. Cat Kid said, okay, but be ready for anything. So off they go to Whiteheart Woods and Sanctuary Lake, which is where the clans of feral cats live. They're wandering around the forest looking for Lex Luthor's hideout when all of a sudden they come upon a huge boy, big boy, screaming, please stop the pasta. Stop the pasta. Maymay says, what? Stop the pasta? Come on. The boy's name is Big Anthony, and he helps Streganona. He helps her out, and he says she left for the day, and he tried to use her magic spell to make some pasta, which worked, until it didn't work, right? And then the pot kept making pasta, more and more pasta that overflowed the pot onto the floor, onto the walls, outside, onto the walls of the house, and now it was running down the hill, and they follow, so they decide, okay, well, let's see if we can help him, because maybe we can learn something around this, and they follow him, and Sorceress is wondering about Streganona, because Streganona is a well-known witch, right? Sorceress, witch, sort of synonymous. And all of a sudden, guess who comes back but Streganona herself? And she waves her wand and mumbles a spell, and she stops the pasta from flowing out of the pot, and she yells at Big Anthony, don't ever do this again, I can't trust you. And she says the right spell, the pasta stops, and now the puppies have been in the woods all day, and they're hungry, right? So they decide they're going to have some pasta. Let's have a little pasta here. And of course, the pasta tastes delicious. The pasta is delicious. It's an old Streganona recipe, right? And so they're just scooping the pasta up like crazy, especially that Papa. He's just like, I can't stop the boy. Okay, it's delicious, but they eat too much, and they get drowsy, and they fall asleep. When they wake up, they're surrounded by, you guessed it, Thunder Clan, thinking that these two legs are intruding on their territory. They surround the puppies and Streganona and Big Anthony, and they're ready to attack. Whereupon Clouseau, who has a few cats at home, says, I will handle this. Mew, mew, mew. Here, kitty, here, kitty. And Firestar looks at Clouseau and he says, this boy deserves a scratching. And so he jumps on Clouseau's leg and he scratches the heck out of him. And Clouseau jumps out of the way, and everybody realizes that this is not going to be easy. It's not a question of just getting rid of kitty pets, right? These are big, strong, feral cats. Okay, but at that point, Cat Kid all of a sudden has a great idea, and he realizes, I speak cat. I'm a cat. Firestar is a cat. We're both cats. We both speak cat. Why don't we go into a corner and talk this out? And that's what they do. He gets Firestar to come with him, and they both talk, and he explains everything about the situation. And he basically says, look, your territory is being threatened by Lex Luthor and all of these villains, right? And if you help us, we don't want your territory. All we want are the days back. Lex Luthor stole November 3rd and November 11th, right? Now, November 11th, as November 3rd said, November 11th is a holiday, right? So that means people get off from work. They don't go to school. Now, if you don't have a November 11th, they got to go to work. They got to go back to school. They're very unhappy about this. Who wants to, if he wants to miss a holiday, got a holiday, especially if it comes out on a Thursday. Is it a Thursday? I don't forgot. Yeah, no, it's Wednesday. No, it's a Thursday. And then you got Friday afterwards. So people take 4 days. They have a lot of, fun. And nobody, unfortunately, well, they do. They think about the veterans, which is the most important thing. Okay, so at that point, Firestar throws in with with the puppies, right? He joins the puppies, and all of them start walking. But in the meantime, Strega Nona says, do you want some pasta? How about some pasta? You must be hungry, right? And Firestar says, bah, we don't eat pasta. We eat meat, usually forest animals. But we don't want any two-legs stealing our land. So we'll help you find Lex Luthor. And there's a cave that near the giant two-leg pathway, better known as a highway, right? And we've been watching it for some time, but there's some strange goings on over there. So your calendar friends and your enemies might be there. And they all set off. ThunderClan, the puppies, Clouseau, Dogman, Cat Kid, all of them start heading down to the cave next to the highway. And that's the end of episode 1. To be continued. I'll say it anyway. Happy birthday, May. Happy birthday, Walter. We love you both.